What's up, YouTube? I'm back on Clash Royale for the free-to-play walkthrough. This is episode 22. I'm currently at 4622 trophies, and this episode I'm going to be going from Arena 14 to Arena 15. I'm here in the shop and I got a Night Witch. I didn't even know they sold legendary cards. That's pretty cool. Right, and I'm over here in the season shop. I just completed the Evolutions Mayhem challenge. If you haven't seen my last video, make sure to check that out. So I got 15,000 season tokens. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a cannon shard. So I got 2 out of 6. Sweet. I'm gonna use the rest of my tokens to buy some cannons. And I'll go ahead and buy some ice spirits as well. And I'll go ahead and use some wild cards to upgrade my cannon. And I'll go ahead and upgrade my ice spirit as well. There we go, the deck's looking a little better. Let me see what Arena 14 is talking about. Alright, and the first game is a pretty easy dub. Alright, let me see if I can go for 2 in a row here. Alright, that was a very interesting game, but I got the dub. Alright, let me see if I can go for the three-peat. And my skill is so high that people just give up. Oh nice, I got an emote. Alright, the halfway point of Arena 14 is about 3 wins away. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, I can't believe I just lost to a deck like that. Alright, if I had a log, that game would have been completely different, but I just gotta accept the L and move on. Alright, that was a pretty close game, but I got the dub. Alright, let me see if I can get a win streak going here. Alright, and there we go. I'm starting to pick up some momentum. Alright, and let me see if I can go for 3 in a row again. Alright, that might have been the most mid-ladder deck that I've ever seen, and I got him out the way. Alright, I'm 1 win away from the halfway point. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, and yet again, that was a very mid-ladder type of deck, and I got them out the way. And I've reached the halfway point of Arena 14, and I get a choice here. I'll go ahead and take the Executioner. Alright, and I'm about 100 trophies away from a legendary card. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, and I really don't know how I secured the dub on that one. I for sure thought I lost, but I even surprised myself and came back with that. That was a pretty bad performance, but let me see if I can look better in this battle. Alright, and I don't know why that guy saved his P.E.K.K.A for the last second. I think that costed him the game. Alright, and I need about 2 more wins to get a legendary card. Let me see if I can get them back to back. Alright, and I think right there at the end he realized there is no hope for victory. Alright, I'm 1 win away from my log. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, and that was another very mid-ladder type of deck, but I took care of them. I think I deserve a log after that very close game. Let me see something. Go on, let me see it. Goodness me. Alright, let me see if I can find another mid-ladder menace. Alright, and that was probably the fastest loss I've ever been handed. Alright, so I've been going up against a lot of witches, and I hate witches, so I'm gonna put in a lightning spell instead of the fireball. Let me see how this goes. Alright, and I'm not sure what happened to my opponent. I think he might have got hit by a meteor or something. Alright, and I just upgraded a bunch of random cards to level up, so maybe I can get a log from this chest. Come on, let me see it. Okay, yeah, I knew there was a low chance of getting it, but it was worth a shot. I'm gonna continue to level up my cards and see how far I can get. Alright, so I've upgraded quite a few cards, and I'm just going to use this book of cards on my lightning spell so I can upgrade it. 35k, Jesus. And I'm gonna put an edit of how much gold I started with because I upgraded quite a few cards. Alright, I'm only 200 XP away. I'm about to get there right now. Alright, and there we go, level 26. Let me see if I can get a log. Come on, let me see a log. I got the elixir golem, the rage spell, the bowler. Okay, come on, let me see it. A goblin giant and some princesses. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my princess tower. I'll upgrade this guy while I'm at it. Alright, and there we go. Let me see if I can get some wins on the board. Alright, that was a pretty close game, and I got the dub. Alright, Arena 15 is about 3 wins away. Let me see if I can get all of them in a row. Alright, and there we go. I'm glad I picked up the lightning because it secured me the dub. Alright, I'm about 2 wins away from Arena 15. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, and there we go. There's one of the wins. Alright, I'm about 6 trophies away from Arena 15. Let me see if I can get it right here, right now. Alright, and another mid-ladder menace got me. Alright, that was a little bit of a setback, but let me get these 2 wins back to back. Alright, I'm just getting cooked up by these mid-ladder menaces. Alright, if I face a tank this match, then I'm going to swap out the cannon for the Inferno Tower, but until then, I'm going to be running the same deck. Alright, I almost fell victim to another menace, but I got the win. Alright, 2 more wins. Let me see if I can get all of them in a row. Alright, that was a pretty close game, but I got it. Alright, I am exactly 1 trophy away from Arena 15. There's no way I could fail. Alright, yeah, I'm just getting cooked up. Alright, so I'm gonna switch out the cannon for the Inferno Tower. I'm going against a lot of Mega Knights, so let me see if that does something. Alright, that was a pretty close game, but I got the dub. Alright, and yet again, I am 4 trophies away from Arena 15. Let me see if I can get there. Alright, and finally, I've reached 5,000 trophies. There we go, new arena reached. Miner's Mine. I've unlocked competitive mode. This doesn't sound good. Alright, I'll have to check that out later. But anyways, this was a pretty long episode, so if you watched it all the way through, I thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.